Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. How you guys doing out there? Just wanted to check up with you. I want to record this on a day where it hasn't been easy. Okay? Let me tell you, this week has been super hectic. Yesterday, I think I got about maybe 4 hours sleep. It was a crazy day. I had to turn in a paper, and this week I have finals. So it's not getting any better. And let me tell you, today's subject is don't let video games or social media steal your future away. Now, if you're a Gen Xer out there and you got everything in life and you did it and you're financially secure and you're just waiting for retirement, hey, more power to you. Congratulations. Right? You did it the right way. You earned your flowers. Let's give them to you. But for most of America, that isn't the case, right? There's also people like me. I'm a workaholic. I cannot retire. Guys, if I take more than 2 weeks off, I'm going crazy. I need to work. I need to be productive. That's just the kind of personality I have. I'm a grinder, and I'm always looking for challenges in life to work to, right? Certain goals. I just can't stay put, right? I just can't stay just stay at home doing nothing and drinking. I'll do it for a Saturday, but I can't do it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and for retirement. Can't do it. And this is the journey that I'm embarking on, but I do it for several reasons. One, as I told you, I am trying to AI-proof my career because a lot of the things I do, guys, I already know this, are going to be automated, right? In business, there's many things you can do, guys. You can be the smartest guy in the room, right? And even though I think I'm pretty smart, there's smarter people out there, way smarter people than me, right? There's also people that cheat. I don't want to cheat, right? That cheating it never goes well. Somebody will find out you cheated at some point. But it's a whole hell of a lot easier to be first, right? Those are the rules in business. And for many endeavors, it tends to be the case. So I'm way ahead of the curve. Of all my classmates, I think one of them is getting a certification, but he's not going to get another degree. But of all my college classmates, I'm the only one going back. The rest are willing to take, golden handshakes, as they say, when they buy you out and retire early. But they're not going to go back to the grind of what I'm doing. They're not willing to sacrifice the 2 years, what have you, because they don't intend to work later on in life. And I do, right? Not only because I have a baby now, it's just, even if I retired, I could still, have a family, but I'd be going crazy at home. I'd rather have the choice of telling myself, hell, I'm going to work 4 hours a day. I'm going to work 6 hours a day, as opposed to I'm just staying home and I have nothing to do. I have no options. The other reason I'm doing this is because I want to give an example to my family that it's never too late, right? And that's always been my example for my family. Yes, you failed. I'm not here for my family for when they succeed, right? It's easy to be there for somebody if they just won the lotto, if they're making a lot of money, if they bought a new house. As they're going through their successes in life, it's very easy to be there for people. It's harder to be there for them in the struggle, right? And when I say something to whatever family member I'm talking to, it has weight because I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I've done, right? I'm telling you where I'm coming from. I'm willing to do what other people are not willing to do, and that's why I succeed, right? That will be the only reason I succeed, because when I walk into a room, I can't control who's smarter. I can't control who's better. The only thing I can control is how much effort I put into what I'm doing. If I can give 100%, then I can sit back and say, hey, I tried my best. But if I don't give it my all and I fail, then I won't be able to live with myself, right? Because you could have done better, right? You know that you let an opportunity go. And it happens to all of us. But once it happens the first time, you don't want it to happen to you again. And I want to give that example to my kiddos and say, hey, you went to school, you studied, some of my family members, you studied film. You're not going to make a living ever out of that. Now you have $80,000 in the hole, in college loans, whatever. Go back to school, right? You can go back to school with a college degree. In a year and a half, you can become a nurse and make $100,000 a year. Well, I don't like nursing. Well, do you like money? You don't have to be a nurse. You can go study being like an electrician. You can go back and study anything. You don't have to be stuck saying this is all I know how to do. There's so many things you can put your mind to that you can do, right? Yes, you're not going to be a poet. So many people out there. You're not going to be an actor. You're not going to be whatever you decided to be in the arts. It's not going to happen, right? So what do you do now? Right? You don't like the job you're doing. Maybe you're working in fast food. Maybe you're working in an office just filing and you hate it. Change your careers. It's hard as hell. It's absolutely hard as hell. But it's worth it. Absolutely worth it to be able to control your destiny. But it's becoming harder to have these conversations with a lot of people when a lot of them, on average, Americans are spending 4 hours on their cell phone. Now, gamers are spending the 4 hours plus whatever the game, right? And I game, guys. I play my Helldivers as soon as I get a chance. Maybe a retro game here and there. But I'm not going to let it steal my future. Now, there's a price to pay. Other than the Xbox showcase, I don't know what the hell's going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what... I try to keep up a little bit with the Amico through Reddit. But in general, I've lost track of what's going on, in a lot of sectors of the video game industry. And that's okay. For the next 2 years, that's going to be all I'm going to be able to know because I'm learning different things. The class that I took just now, the paper that I had to do just now had to do with DEI. And there's a lot of things that I learned that I didn't think I was going to learn because I went in with a prejudice to that class, like rolling my eyes, man, I don't want to learn about this crap, right? But I did learn, right? I did learn that there's some concepts that in practicality, in practical, right, in the everyday life in a business environment is not going to work, right? You can't switch somebody to a job they don't like just because you don't have enough Hispanics in a department, for example. If they don't like that job, they're not going to want to do it, right? You can't move from within when your workers are telling you, I don't want to do that job, regardless of what quotas you want to meet. But what did I learn, right? That there's many opportunities, there's many programs for veterans, for example. There's many programs for Native Americans. There's many programs, to me, of most interest was people with disabilities. As you know, I have a kid with special needs. So, I did learn a lot because I'm not doing research from YouTube or social media. I'm looking at, academic journals and things like that, business journals, to do my research in order to write the paper. And I'm able to get some powerful insights from that, right? Things that will help me in the real world. And that takes time. Unfortunately, that takes time. The reason I'm sleeping 4 hours is because I'm doing those things. And the reasons I'm not going to be enjoying myself as much as I can is because I am doing those things. I am on the grind. Guys, it's not going to be easy. I may fail out of college. I may fail, right? I haven't gotten to the hardest classes that I'm taking. Right now, I think my GPA is in the A-, B+ area. Around there, I won't know until I finish this class. So I'm not doing that bad. But I know that the worst is yet to come. That I know for a fact. But if I fail, I don't mind if I give it my best. If I tried my hardest and if I fail, that's okay. What I don't have an excuse is not trying. And so many people out there are not trying because of social media, because of the internet, because they believe this thing about the system, right? I'm operating in the same system you are. I just don't give a shit about it. It doesn't matter to me that there's somebody that doesn't like me, if it even exists, which I don't see any evidence on that, right? But even if I was to believe the premise that many people take for granted of why they don't succeed, I would still do the same thing. Because you can outwork your opponent. You control how much effort you give. If you are willing to work your ass off and sacrifice, you will succeed in America. And that's just not me saying it. The numbers bear it out. The numbers bear it out. You pick out your minority, you pick out your immigrant, and when people apply these principles to their lives, they succeed. When people spend 4+ hours on the internet a day on their phone, they tend to fail because all they do is complain. Do not let social media and video games steal away your future. Yeah, I may not know what's going on in the video game industry, day to day. I may not know what's, what for right now, like I once used to. But you know what? It's not going to last forever. I have a 1.5 years to go. And after that, I'll be able to enjoy everything like I used to before. But it's worth the sacrifice. And this video is for you. Maybe you're not satisfied out there. For those of you who are not satisfied with your situation right now, whatever it may be, maybe you lost your job, maybe your girlfriend left you, maybe you're down in the pits for whatever reason. Make yourself uncomfortable. Be willing to change. Reinvent yourself. Many people think I don't have a reason to do it, right? You got the wife, you got the kid, you got the job, but you got what a lot of people think would be enough. But the fact is, I don't know what the future holds. I want to be prepared for what comes. I want to be prepared for the things I can't control. Chaos is always around the way. We just don't see it coming. The only thing you can do is be prepared. So guys, that's my little speech for today. I had this conversation with some classmates on why people were doing different things. And there was a couple of people that were really negative that when they heard me talking, and through my experience, and they were a lot younger than me, they took a moment. I'm not going to say that I changed any minds that day, but I can tell you they had never heard my perspective. They had only heard the perspective of excuses. They had only heard the perspective of the system being against them. They had only heard the perspective because you're X color, that means that you're starting from below. Nah, it's your spirit. Start with your spirit, start with your fight. What are you willing to do for what you want? And then go from there. All right, humans, I hope you guys are having a great, productive week. I just want to make this video to, inspire somebody out there, man, who's thinking about maybe taking the plunge and trying to better themselves. Go ahead and do it. People will make fun of you probably at first until you graduate and you get that first big check. All right, humans, I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.